You already know how to focus. You've done it 1,000 times. When you're pissed off, when you're turned on, when you're so deep in a project, the world disappears. That's concentration. You just haven't pointed it at God yet. Think of your mind like a radio. Most of the time, it's all static, worries, to-do lists. What that person said, what you should have said. But when you sit your ass down and turn the dial, slowly, deliberately, you start to pick up a signal. At first, it's faint. But if you hold it there, the static falls away. Then you hear it, the broadcast. The one that's been playing all along, underneath the noise. That's divine will. It's not you forcing shit to happen. It's you getting the hell out of the way so the signal can come through. And when it does, when you're tuned to that frequency, your own will aligns with something so much bigger that suddenly everything you focus on has power behind it. Real power. Not I hope this works power. This will happen power. You felt it before. That moment when an idea hits you so hard, it feels like it came from somewhere else. That's channeling. You're not making it up. You're receiving. Your intuition. It's just your soul's Wi-Fi picking up data from the source. The more you concentrate, the stronger the connection. The less you give a fuck about distractions, the clearer the download. So let's talk about your spiritual gifts. They're not special. They're standard issue. You were born with them. But you've let them rust because you've been told they're not real. Or you're not special enough. Or it's all bullshit. Bullshit. Your ability to feel energy, to know things without being told, to heal with a touch or a word, that's your inheritance. Activating it is just remembering what you already are. Here's the science of it. Your brain has patterns, neural pathways. Most of them are loops of fear, past shit, limiting beliefs. When you sit in meditation, when you focus with all your heart, you disrupt those loops. You create new wiring. You literally change your brain. And when your brain changes, your reality changes. You start vibrating at a higher frequency, less static, more signal. And at that higher frequency, you access abilities that are always there, just buried under the noise. But you're afraid. You're afraid of what people will say. You're afraid you'll look crazy. You're afraid it might actually work. Then you'd have to change your whole life. I get it. But let me ask you, what's the cost of not doing this? A life of static. A soul on mute. Well, fuck that. You want healing codes. They're not secret formulas. They're frequencies of love, of truth, of stillness. When you sit in sincerity and call out to God, not because you want something, but because you want Him, you trigger those codes. You activate a transmission that rewrites your energy, your body, your life. It's not magic. It's divine physics, cause and effect. You set the cause, sincere concentration, and the effect, realization, follows. Every time. Now, let's talk about the big picture. You think you're separate from God, from others, from your own power. That's the lie. Separation is a label that your mind made up to make sense of a reality that's too interconnected to comprehend. But when you meditate, when you concentrate deeply, those labels dissolve. You feel it, the unity, the flow. the one consciousness behind everything. And in that space you realize there's no such thing as my will and God's will. There's just will. And when you're aligned with it, you become a force of nature. So what happens if you keep ignoring this? You'll stay in the stream. The one you jumped into with all your past bullshit, your bad habits, your lazy thinking. And you'll keep getting carried by the current. More distraction, more confusion, more soul-deep exhaustion. But if you use your concentration and will, like a rope thrown into the river, you can pull yourself out. You can stand on the bank and watch the chaos without being swept away. And when you do, when you make contact with that joy, that inner God presence, everything changes. You walk through life with a calm that doesn't make sense. You'll see drama for what it is. A movie you're watching, not the reality you're living. You'll love people not because they're perfect, but because you see God in them, even when they're acting like assholes. Especially then. This isn't about becoming a saint. It's about becoming real. It's about reclaiming the power that's always been yours. So tonight, when the world is asleep, sit the fuck down, close your eyes, turn off the noise, and call out, not for gifts, not for answers, but for the giver. And when he comes, and he will, you'll know. You've always known. Now go meditate like your soul depends on it, because it does.